always had a plan for what I wanted to be when I grew up. When I was a kid, it was my dream to be a zoologist. I was fascinated with animals and just wanted to go on adventures through the jungle studying them. Then came the teacher phase, the author phase, the graphic designer phase, and even the questionable crime scene investigator phase. Yeah. But through all the different career choices and hobbies that I cycled through growing up, never in a million years did I imagine I'd end up where I am today. Now I'm 22 years old, still finding my place in the world and just playing the cards that I get dealt along the way. This is my life, and this is what it's like being queen. My name is Golightly. I'm a sweet and sassy starlet of the South. And I am America's next drag superstar. I mean, obviously, I started really doing drag back in 2011, but I've been doing it for years before that on my old YouTube channel, kind of without realizing it.
Hello and welcome to What's New in Whitney's World.
Here's Leah.
Only when you become one with the earth can you know true peace.
But it wasn't until I saw RuPaul's Drag Race for the first time that it clicked and I finally understood what drag really was. I mean, before then I was so sheltered on the topic, I thought it was just some strange, deviant fetish, which sadly many people still think, especially where I live. I was born in Chicago, Illinois in 1992. Shortly after, my house burnt down and my parents and I lived on the road for 2 years in a semi-truck. When it was time for kindergarten, we settled down near my mom's family in Lexington, Tennessee, a small, tight-knit, and conservative town in the heart of the Bible Belt. Sure, there's perks to living in the country like free parking and fresh air and... well, that's probably about it. I mean, I really do just feel like an alien in my hometown. To say that I do not fit in around here is quite the understatement. I mean, look at me. I always get like kind of embarrassed and feel like such a boring person when I get to talk to people from all over the world because really around here life is just simply pretty simple. So when you're a young adult, pretty much the only thing you have to do is get a job, get pregnant, or go to college, and since I'm kind of in between all of those at the moment, yeah, my daily life is really nothing to brag about. Okay, well, this is probably the best view that I can give you of my town, so there you go. So I'm here today to get some sun at Beach Lake, and apparently this trail right here, it's over there. If you run the whole thing all the way around, it's about 1 mile. So it starts right here. So about right here, I should be prepared to call 911. Remind me again why I wanted to start working out. Ladies and gentlemen, Jurassic Park. There's a quote that my parents have on a painting at our house, and I believe it's by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I've always really enjoyed it, and I've kind of had to adopt it as a policy of mine living in a place like this. And it goes something along the lines of, though we must travel the world over to find the beautiful, we must carry it with us or we will find it not. Now, I've always really liked that, but recently I'm kind of starting to believe something more along the lines of life's a bitch and then you die. Okay, that really fucking stinks. I've got to pick Bethany up from work today, so I'm gonna get on that. 2012, a new gay bar called Poise Lounge opened up nearby, so I got my shit together, threw on some Goodwill Couture, and auditioned for a spot to perform. I became a regular and performed 2 shows every weekend for nearly 6 months. Truthfully, it was one of the most exciting times of my life. I made great memories, found amazing drag sisters. But, you know the saying, all good things come to an end? Well,
from shootings to fistfights, Madison County deputies are trying to shut down a local nightclub known for attracting lots of trouble.
County officials say Poise Lounge has been a problem in the community for months. Since last fall, they investigated almost 30 incidents that include shots fired, aggravated assault, and selling alcohol to minors.
Looking back, I guess it's not that surprising that a place that shared its name with a feminine hygiene product turned out to be so nasty. I've been really lucky enough to find great friends around here that I've grown so close to, and you know, in this kind of environment, it's really important to surround yourself with people who are on the same page as you or are into the same things that you are. My best friend of 14 years, Bethany, has actually lived with me since we graduated high school back in 2010. She's really the most important person in my life, and our bond has basically redefined what I ever thought a best friend could be. She's really my #1 supporter in absolutely everything that I do.
Get out of my fucking face.
Being able to wake up every day and have crazy adventures with her has been one of the best parts of my life so far. When we first met each other, we were like addicted to each other. Like, I don't know about you, but I had never met anybody like you at that point, and I was basically just obsessed with you. And so, all throughout class, every day, we would just like talk to each other, like behind the teacher's back, communicate all day in school, and then that wasn't enough. And then when we come home, for years, every day when we come home, we would stow ourselves away in our bedrooms and just call each other on landlines, just to give you an idea of how long ago this was. And we would talk on and off from the minute we got home until the minute we went to school the next day, including staying up all night and going to school with no sleep.
I would call your house, and if you didn't answer, and your mother answered, I would hang up immediately. So, my new tactic was, I would call and only let it ring one time. And that was
code.
That was my code to
Your
let
Morse
you know,
code.
to let you know it was me. So that if you wanted to talk, you would call me back.
And of course, all my other friends are amazing too, and as long as we're together, we're always having fun, whether we're reminiscing, trading books, or geeking out at museums, or even the zoo. Okay, and sometimes getting a little wild.
Tequila, I'm telling you.
You know, I don't know exactly what I did to deserve such great people in my life, but it must have been good.
Kyle and I met years ago in high school, and when I first got to know him, he seemed really like shy and reserved, so I was really shocked when he asked me to hang out with him. And after we got to know each other a bit, we became the best of friends that we are now. And in the beginning there, he loved making videos, and so the first time he asked me if I would be in one of his videos, I was like, oh my god, yes, let's do this.
Is everything alright?
I'll be right back.
So that later translated into the videos that we do now together as Honey and Candy.
Hey girl, hey! What's the tea?
Hey, you bitch! Let's get sixty!
Working with him is amazing. It's working with my best friend, really. We're always laughing, we're bouncing ideas off each other, and I couldn't ask for a better person to have ever worked with.
But one thing that's pretty much all her own on her side of the spectrum is a little thing called extreme couponing. Do you consider yourself an extreme couponer?
No. I don't.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little.
What is the one thing that you would say to the people who say that couponing is a waste of time?
To put it slightly elegantly, they're full of shit.
You have other talents.
No. Name one other talent I have.
First of all, your killer poltergeist impersonation.
What are you talking about?
Your daughter has entered the other realm. You're here.
Oh, okay. I don't remember doing it, but alright.
Brace yourselves for some high definition shade. I like them thick, black, and 36 inches long. When I started Honey's channel, I had no idea where I was going to go with it. Hi guys, my name is Honey Golightly. I'm 20 years old, live in Tennessee, and I'm a newborn drag baby. And I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to take this yet, but I guess we're going to find out. I've been making videos and short films and things like that for years, and actually back in high school I had a YouTube channel and it made me quite infamous with my classmates and teachers.
Ollie! Why's that red light on?
We're live.
Hello?
But just some people think that they're royalty and that matter to me, then I don't give a shit what you have to say.
I think I'm just gonna be myself for once because I've spent way too much time being what other people want me to be.
But needless to say, I never found real success. So when I started this new channel, you know, in drag, I was going to be happy if I ever reached 100 subscribers. So now, 500,000 views and nearly 4,000 subscribers later, I'm slayed. My little following has made me the happiest little crossdresser in the world, and every time that view count rises, or every time that subscriber count grows, I just have to stop and take a moment to just count my blessings.
Hey, honey, Golightly.
My name is Maxie Rainbow.
It's your girl Ginger Fahrenheit here.
It's Brandy Dove, honey.
She was the first queen to really reach out and say, hey, if you ever need anything, I will do my best to help you out. I will answer any questions you have.
I watched a few of your videos and I got hooked.
I love you.
Hey guys, it's Stevie Spears.
My name is Austin.
Hi honey, it's me, Pixie Sparkles, and I want to tell you how much I love you.
Honey's also been a really good inspiration for me.
You are mesmerizing. You're fucking awesome.
I had the opportunity to meet her in person, and let me just go ahead and tell you guys, she's the devil. No, I'm just kidding. She's totally cool. She's chill. She's laid back. She's one of the homegirls.
Honey Golightly means so much to me.
You're hilarious. You're fierce. You're fabulous.
So she played a big part in why I have a channel and how I got to better myself enough to be a performing queen in St. Louis.
And I know this is more than 30 seconds, but, you know, I can't describe you in 30 fucking seconds, you know?
And you have something that people connect to and people are just inspired by.
Some of the stuff she comes up with is incredible.
Because she was the gateway for me to find Altered Illusions, which I am now a part of. So I'm going to be forever grateful towards Honey Golightly.
I just want to thank you for just being one of my inspirations.
I find her incredibly talented. I know we're going to see big things from her in the future.
I wish you a good future in drag and everything you do.
I'm just saying this right here and right now. She's gonna go far. Know that.
Love you. Bye.
I love you. Mwah!
You are amazing, honey. And I love you for that.
You know, I get people who ask me all the time, how do you deal with the haters? How do you deal with the negativity? And, you know, I guess just my simple answer is that I went to public school. Like, kids, don't let them fool you. They can pretty much be the most evil people on the planet. And by the time I was 12 or 13, I had heard every bad thing somebody could possibly say about me. So most days, it'll just go right through me in one ear and out the other. But there's always that one day where you've just woke up on the bad side of the bed, and one negative comment can be enough to break you down. Because, I mean, really, there's only so many times somebody can say you're busted, or you're boring, or you're not funny, or go die before, you know, you start to think, well, maybe are they right? But then when I see these same people, you know, just tearing down idols of mine that I've looked up to for years, that's when I say, okay, well, maybe you don't know exactly what you're talking about. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say that the negative stuff is fun, but comes with the price. It just makes the compliments even better. You know, when I put all the negative shit in one hand and all the people who are fans of me, who support me in the other, and then add in the amount of fucks I give, it's really not going to weigh down in the haters' favor anyway. Good morning, guys. So today I've got to run some errands in Jackson, the closest thing to a big city around here we're gonna get. I've got to go to the gym, I'm going to get my nerd on at the bookstore, and of course, what would a drag queen's trip into the city be without a trip to the wig store? Time for some new hairs. Now, are you prepared to bask in the opulence of my favorite beauty store? I have spent so much money here over the past 3 years, let me tell you, that I am a offended that they've not asked me to co-own the business. How is she though? How is she though? It's hot! Well, since I've been out of school, the weekends, summer break, and all that are really just another day and nothing to be excited about. But this particular summer has just turned out to be one adventure after another, including becoming cast in an independently produced game of Survivor. Girl, you know I have more hobbies than Raven has ass. And Survivor particularly has been something I've gotten really into lately. But don't get me wrong, I could never, ever, ever do the torture of the real live 39-day thing. But this little miniature version was right up my alley. I met some amazing people, made great friends, and it really was the experience of a lifetime, to say the least. Was it good? Are you ashamed? So tonight we are going to go to the lake for the 4th of July celebration, and it's basically the biggest event my town has all year. So you guys are all going to get to see Lexington, Tennessee in all of its excited redneck glory.
Are we going into the heart of it? Oh yeah.
Al, hand her a microphone. She's got one. Like I said, it's her.
She's like over to the left. When she comes back this way.
The corner's really hard.
A very close friend of mine, Hannah, is actually kind of between residencies right now, so she's going to be moving in and staying with us for a few months. Oh! She's been friends with Bethany and I for like 10 years at this point. And all three of us under one roof, there's no telling what we're going to get into. Once I saw how busy I was going to be this summer, I decided to take a little break from drag, just because I've been putting so much time and energy into it that I wasn't even taking the time to breathe or just live life in general. Bitch needed her beauty rest. Never did I ever realize that I was going to become one of the most highly rumored contestants for the new season of Drag Race. So this has been a pretty exciting day. I actually just found out via a YouTube video, according to spoilers, that I am in fact currently in Los Angeles filming RuPaul's Drag Race. I didn't even know it. I've auditioned twice so far, and people always ask me if I'm bitter that I haven't been picked yet, but of course not. Hey guys. I mean, for one, looking back on my first tape, I'm embarrassed that I even had the balls to send it in. And depending on how you look at it, not getting picked is actually a blessing in disguise. It just gives you another year to get better and get even closer to the crown. So I'm never gonna give up. I've got the determination and time to waste to audition every year until I get on or it gets canceled. And all the people who think I can't do it only fuel me even more. guess what, bitch? Just scored a hotel room in Nashville to go see the one and only Adore Delano. I'm still just as passionate about being a fan of drag as I am actually doing it. I was really worried that doing it myself would kind of make me numb to it, but that's not been the case at all. I'm always going to be a little fanboy and continue to be starstruck, and being Honey and going through what these people go through has just made my respect for other queens grow even more. And as of right now, we are officially Nashville bound. May the Roach Motel be ever in your favor.
And our very special guest from RuPaul's Drag Race, Adore Delano! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Play Dance Bar. Are y'all having a good time? Y'all ready for Adore? Now, I'll be honest, that bitch has had like 12 shots already tonight. If you are ready to see Adore, let me hear you say yes, ma'am. Say it all together, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, here she comes, Adore Delano. They call me Adore, aka Cover Girl. Sometimes I feel like I'm from another fucking world. This mommy got stuck with a diamond fingernail. Oh shit, I got it all in this bitch. Wake up! Bitch. Since Michelle Visage would shut the fuck up, I found a wasted chair! And it's not Bianca's, that fucking cheap bitch, her shit busted. Okay? Bitch, I love pizza, bitch! I can't help it! All I care about in the world is pizza and dick, bitch. You guys with me? Yeah!
You know, I took my finger off.
Overall, my family's been pretty supportive. How are you? Good, how are you? And are you proud of me?
Yes, I am.
Kyle, we missed you. My name is Ellen and I'm Kyle's cousin.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're the best cousin I've ever seen in my whole life.
Now, my parents specifically are really iffy about it though. Yeah, it's not their favorite thing in the world. They kind of just pretend to not see me if I'm dressed up around them. But they haven't disowned me, so I guess it could be worse. I think everyone has the potential to come around to it once they fully understand exactly what it is we're doing. You know, I don't want to be a woman. This isn't something I'm doing for sexual purposes. It's just purely entertainment. I'm just an actor, really, and Honey is just a character that I've created that just so happens to be a girl. And a fierce one at that. friend's birthday, and it's gonna be like the first kind of big event that we're having. She's staying with us now, so I'm gonna try and make sure that it's extra special for her.
Which one first? What?
Let's see it.
Is this it?
Mm-hmm.
She knew.
Is this it? The thing you were talking about?
Everything I'm using today. Thank you. That's Kai. I have to do the driver because Kai's not 20 minutes.
How excited are you about your night on the town?
Very excited.
At what point did you realize this happened?
When we turned in. Well, I heard it. I was like, you know what that sounds like? She's like, what?
Hannah, you in there shopping?
To be honest, I already feel old. I mean, now I'm at the point of having lived through more than 2 entire decades, and it's like the pressure is on. I mean, if you really think about it, I was born into the age of VHS tapes, cassette tapes, home phones, and music on MTV, so I'm not exactly a kid anymore. Right now, I'm kind of at that crossroads of deciding what path the rest of my life is going to take, and I don't know what the future holds for me at this point. And to be honest, I don't know where I will be this time next year. And that's scary as hell, but at the same time, it's really exciting. I mean, I want to go back to college eventually and finish my degree. I want to move out on my own. I want to move to a bigger city. And of course, I still want to pursue a career in filmmaking because anybody who knows me can tell you just how passionate I am about movies.
As you know, I am an avid filmmaker. As you know, I'm an avid filmmaker and movie buff.
Yeah, honey, we got that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it is definitely hard to juggle a double life in drag. But at the end of the day, I love being queen, and honey is not going anywhere anytime soon. As long as I keep getting this love and support back in return, and as long as I can keep reaching out to people, I'm gonna be working these wigs and cosmetics until I'm too old and crippled to paint my fucking face. I've really struggled with a lot of things in my life, from bullies to chronic depression to self-hatred and everything in between. But for the first time, I'm really actually beginning to discover who I am, and it's so liberating. And as cheesy as it sounds, all of the negativity and insecurities have faded away, and I've really let the light shine in. And in reality, honey is a huge reason for it. There's still so much left for me to accomplish. So many places to go, so many new things to experience, but right now, if I were to die tomorrow, of course I would not be satisfied, but I think for the first time in my life, I can actually say that I would be happy and proud of at least what I've done so far. And if you ask me, that's one hell of a place to be.
So, love me or hate me, this is my world, and I thank you from the bottom of my twisted little heart for letting me into yours.
The end. I would like to graciously accept this gay Oscar for Best Picture, Best Documentary Feature, Best Screenplay, Best Actress, Best Actor, and of course Best Supporting Actress for my wigs and accessories, and finally, Best Use of a Crossdresser in a Feature Film. I really do not deserve this.
Well, give it back then.
I'll keep it, thanks. Okay, now. As a little girl, I dreamed of the moment when thunderous applause would announce my greatness, and I'm silently shitting diarrhea down my leg now that it's actually happening.
Get off the stage, turd.
You little bitch!